So hello there. I want to talk to you today about wallpaper. Wallpaper is one of my favorite tools in the whole design mix. I love just adding a little bit of wallpaper, and I'm telling you the impact is amazing. So I have some papers here that I'm going to share with you where would be good places to use some of these papers, because sometimes people get really confused. Well, do I use a big print? Do I use a small print? Do I use texture? What is it that I use? Well, I'm always going to answer this question with that depends on your design DNA. And if you don't know what your design DNA is, well, you need to start tuning in to all the stuff I do, because I talk about this constantly. This is that part of you that you're made of, that you really can figure out what makes your heart sing in your home. So I'm going to tell you some usages for some of these papers in hopes that it helps you figure out how to incorporate wallpaper into your own spaces. Okay, so I have a print here that looks very much like what you would see in anthropology. This is a great print for if you have sort of a boho chic look. You could use this as a powder room wallpaper. A kitchen wallpaper would be excellent. It would also give you a jumping off part or point to start a color scheme, because there's lots of colors within this paper. This would really be good for almost all applications, even an accent wall, but it does have a little bit of that boho chic flair. Imagine looking at this with some leather or some crispy white fabrics, so on and so forth. It's a really lovely scaled print. Now, I'm gonna go completely opposite. This is a print that I love. It is very contemporary. And what I love about this is you could use it in any application. Imagine this in a gorgeous powder room, but your house is mostly traditional. Well, you could use something like this to update everything, and then use some of your paintings that are framed in big, thick gold gilt frames. Could be absolutely lovely. This would also make a wonderful ceiling wallpaper. It's very, again, it's very open, and the scale is lovely. And it would, if I had this in a tray ceiling, oh my gosh, I think my heart would jump out of my chest. Now, again, a totally different look. Well, this is a palm print, sort of reads like a stripe. And I think that this could be, again, used in small space, and the big scale of it would really resonate and make the room look larger. This could be a powder room. This could be a kitchen. This could also be, I'm doing a little bar area right now, and I'm going to use something like this on the bar and the inside of the closet space that I converted into a bar. So I sort of love this in a smaller space and let the scale do its job. All right, we're gonna do just a couple more. This is a cool paper I've always loved, and I did a version of this in my own home in a different colorway, and I used it on the ceiling in my hallways. It's spectacular, really spectacular. So a print like this, of course, can go on the walls, but I think it's really great to use on a ceiling because it's non-directional. And that means, just like if you had a floral print, that is very directional, and that would look like, well, which end is supposed to go fall up and which end is supposed to go back. When you have a non-directional print, you don't have to worry about that. This is one of my favorites. So this is all about the texture. This is, of course, a lovely color, and I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a lot of black involved in this print. And there is a little pattern, but it's subtle, but the texture is amazing. And what I'm going to do with this is I am going to add a trim. This is a tape, and I'm going to add this trim tape to the upper edge, and I think that this is going to be unbelievably beautiful. All right, so there you have it. I want to encourage you to incorporate some wallpaper into your own spaces. If you're looking for something that adds that hint of magic, I assure you it's wallpaper.